Hello, everyone. Elon Musk, the man who never fails to astonish, has some really shocking revelations and big steps forward in the future planned. Today, we're diving right into the world of Tesla. There's a lot of exciting news about Tesla stocks, and boy, do we have some electrifying stories to share. If you're an investor in Tesla stocks, today is the day to pay attention. But that's not all. We also have the latest updates on Tesla's stock performance, industry insights, and a sneak peek into what the future holds for this automotive giant. Before we go any further, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons to stay up to date on more videos like this. We're going to talk about something that shocked even the most experienced Tesla investors. Elon Musk, the man himself, has dropped a bombshell of optimism that should make any long-term investor jump for joy. For Elon, it's not about being in a constant state of battle. It's about the thrill of the game. He sees Tesla as the ultimate game changer on a path to becoming the most valuable company in the world and making a mind-boggling $1 trillion in profits every year. The most amazing thing about Elon Musk is that he doesn't just say things like this for show. He really means them. While others might toss around impressive figures to appease investors and employees, Elon's sincerity shines through. The big question, though, is whether he can turn this grand vision into a reality. But here's the kicker. What sets Tesla apart is Elon's unwavering commitment to push boundaries and take risks, not resting on past successes but charging forward to conquer the next level of the game. Tesla has just achieved a remarkable milestone. They've rolled out their 5 millionth car, just 6 months after the 4 millionth car hit the road. Now, that's not just growth. It's growth on steroids. As a long-term Tesla investor who joined the ride back in 2019, when the numbers were well below 1 million, this is a moment to celebrate. But what's next? Wall Street may have its predictions, but we think the growth train is far from slowing down. Tesla isn't just building cars, they're building a revolution. As we look at the automotive landscape, a stark contrast emerges. While legacy auto giants like GM and Stellantis find themselves entangled in UAV, strikes their production lines grinding to a halt, while Tesla is on a completely different trajectory. The numbers speak volumes. Tesla is now making a new car every 3.5 minutes, not just in the United States, but all over the world. It's an impressive feat. Speed that makes the other competitors choke on the dust of their own inertia. What's really interesting are the chances that were missed in the past. A decade ago, legacy automakers had a clear chance to join the electric car revolution. The signs were there, technology was changing, and the world was moving toward a more environmentally friendly future. But they chose a different path. They hesitated, holding on to their old gas-guzzling models and missing out on a chance. These companies are now struggling to catch up with Tesla, a company that not only embraced the EV transition but sped it up. The results of their decisions are now being seen, and the question remains: can legacy automakers adapt quickly enough to stay relevant in an industry that is changing so quickly, or will they be left behind in Tesla's wake? For all the attention on these legacy automakers, I honestly can't feel sorry for giants like Ford, GM, and Stellantis, but I do feel sad for the hardworking employees caught up in this mess. Sadly, many may lose their jobs because these companies couldn't make the transition successfully. It's a stark reminder of how bad the UAW situation can be for all automakers trying to stay afloat. If the UAW proposal is put into action, it would send Ford's UAW-related labor costs soaring, effectively doubling what they are now. And guess what? They're already much higher than Tesla. Toyota and other foreign automakers that depend on non-union labor in the U.S., the UAW might just call for more strikes this week, and the outlook isn't looking too rosy for GM, Ford, and Stellantis. Now, here's a bit of financial insight. UBS has upped its Tesla stock price. Tesla stockholders alike, showing the company's commitment to the Asian market and its growth around the world. But now for the big reveal. Reports say that the Chinese government is pushing companies that make electric cars to use electronic parts made in China, such as semiconductors. This may not seem like a big deal, but it's actually a seismic shift that goes against their high-level opening up slogan and could have big effects. If this really does happen and people find out, do you think other countries will gladly accept Chinese cars? It's not likely that trade disputes and tariffs will become the norm, but for Tesla, that's good news. Tesla already has plans to make cars on every continent so it can handle these problems. It's important to note that the order to use domestic parts was given orally in a meeting about a year ago, and there's no record of it. China seems to have played this smart, avoiding direct evidence that foreign firms are being excluded. It's a strategic move, but it might not sit well with other nations in the long run. Remember the recent story about the European Union wanting to investigate Chinese EV subsidies and potentially slap tariffs on Chinese cars? Well, it's possible that these two stories are connected, and this is all part of a broader chess game in the global and automotive industry. The repercussions of Chinese companies aggressively competing in the EV parts production arena could have a global impact. On one hand, Japanese and European manufacturers may lose their international competitiveness, potentially affecting jobs and economies in these regions. On the other hand, Chinese automakers and parts producers may face barriers in accessing other markets, potentially dealing with heavier tariffs and trade disputes. Now let's talk about Jin Chanos, the short seller who famously declared in 2017 that Tesla was worth zero. Fast forward to 2023, and he's still expressing skepticism, calling Tesla ridiculously overvalued. But unlike some other pundits, Jin Chanos has put his money where his mouth is by shorting Tesla stock earlier this year. His continued short position is certainly raising eyebrows, especially considering the significant gains Tesla has seen. It's a reminder that even seasoned investors can sometimes miss the mark when it comes to growth in tech stocks. Elon Musk, never one to hold back, recently made a statement about freedom of speech on this platform. He emphasized X's policy to fight for maximum freedom of speech under the law. He also hinted that anyone at X who doesn't adhere to this principle might find better career opportunities elsewhere. This statement came in response to concerns about X complying with German requests related to identifying users in hate speech cases, which has raised civil rights concerns in Germany. Elon Musk's stance on free speech is clear, but he also must operate within the legal limits of different countries. It's a delicate balance, and X faces challenges in navigating various countries' regulations and laws. And to wrap it up on a lighter note, Mr. Beast's video showing Tesla's full self-driving capabilities is excellent news for Tesla. It's basically free advertising showcasing Tesla's advanced technology to millions of viewers. The video demonstrates the car driving itself smoothly, and Mr. Beast even humorously explores the car's acceleration. This kind of publicity is priceless for Tesla and helps build further interest in its goods. Now, regarding the question of whether Tesla stock will drop back to 100, that's a topic that warrants a more in-depth discussion. That is it for this video, guys. We've delved into some exciting updates from Tesla's pricing strategies to global competition, and even a glimpse into the world of short selling. Plus, we explored Elon Musk's stance on free speech and how it relates to X's policies. Now, here are a few questions for you. Do you think Tesla bulls will change their tune on Tesla, or will they maintain their positions? How do you feel about the balance between free speech and compliance with local laws on social media platforms like X? And finally, where do you see Tesla stock heading in the coming years? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Maybe we can have a quick discussion there. Thanks for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Tesla Stock News. And remember, the next video you should watch is the one that piques your interest the most. Thank you for joining us, and see you again.